Hello, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I would like to share with you how to choose a topic and start writing your proposal. I hope this video can help you to outline your proposal and you start to write. What is the topic to be chosen as the proposal? Think of one topic that is very interesting for you. For example, I have done a research on translation studies, and it talks specifically about poetry translation because I like reading poems, and also I'm really interested in the study of translation. I'm going to choose a topic about poetry translation, and the data source that is used is the poem entitled Surat Kota, which was translated into Kota Beach Letter. Surat Kota is the beautiful work of Ibu Dorothea Rosa Heroyani as one of the most popular female poets in Indonesia, and her work was translated, or her poem was translated by Professor Harry Evelyn. The discussion is focusing on the transference of imagery. Imagery is the pictures of words. How you involve your senses in the interpretations of poems, the descriptions in the poems. In the background of the study, as the first part of your proposal, you need to talk about the strong reasons or arguments why this poem or why the study is worth doing, why the poem is also worth analyzing. And for the problems, you have to state clearly what are actually the problems in your study. For example, the first question in your study can be what types of imagery are found in the poem. And then in the second questions, you can write or you can propose questions about the translations of imagery. How imagery found in the poems are translated from Indonesian into English. That is, for example, the questions in your research proposal. And talking about the aims or objectives of the study, the first objective, of course, it is related to the first question, and then the second objective is related to the second research problems or second problems of the study. Limitations of your study in this part, you need to be able to tell the limitation, the scope of your study, your data source, and also what is actually the focus of your study. Next is the second part in your proposal. The second part in your proposal consists of, do you remember what are they? Right. The first part is a review of related literature. The second part is concepts, and then theoretical framework or theories. In the first part of the second chapter, it's review of related literature. Find out 3 or 5 previous studies that are very closely related to your study. In this case, of course, I need to find out poetry translations, the analysis of poetry translations, especially from English into Indonesians, or the translations of figurative language in poems or in literary works. And then in the concept, consider the key terms in your proposal and define them in the concept one by one. For example, here is poetry translation, imagery, and you can also include your data source to be clearly defined in the concept. And in the theory, you can include, in this case, I talk about translation, and I need to base my analysis on the theory on translation, especially poetry translations. It can be in the form of translations of figurative language, and in general the procedures of translation. Next is the third part in your proposal. The first one is data source. You need to be able to promote, okay, the importance of your data source, and it is relevant to the topic offered in your study. And in the second part of your research method is data collection. Here you may apply what it is called as observations in the study of library research, and also it can be in the form of content analysis, because you are going to observe the contents of the poem, and it is called as content analysis. How you collect the data, you have to be able to tell the procedures in collecting the data. And the third part is data analysis. In analyzing the data, usually we may involve or include the use of a qualitative descriptive method. Try to tell clearly the steps in analyzing the data, whether you have to identify first the line by line in the source language poem, and then compare to the lines of the target language poem. Here the source language is Indonesian and the target language is English. And the last part is finding presentations. Please tell or say or write clearly whether you are going to present your finding in the form of table, pictures and figure, or flowchart, and describe the result in the form of table into words description. Well, I hope all those steps can be applied in the process of writing your proposal, and find out now the topic that is very interesting for you, so it is easier for you to write your proposal. I hope to see you again in the next videos, and enjoy outlining your proposal now. Bye bye.